play. Just punched down by Stinger. They already take out 40R. Tabo joining into the fight now, but he is very much alone.
And naturally run away, and that's when Glimpse is going to get your kills. So I think that is going to be the number one thing for SG is if they get jumped, I just don't see them recovering fights. But if they are the ones starting them, they can be definitely competitive against Beast Coast. But once again, I'm liking more what I'm seeing from the Beast Coast team in this series today.
So is this a situation where like the lanes just have to go very, very well for SG so they can get that momentum going, so they can get the jumps on just right off the bat, or?
They don't necessarily need to go well, they just need to not get rolled. And honestly, that's my biggest concern for mid, is that I think Adriano is going to just have a terrible time.
I mean, he's already having a terrible time, let's be really honest here. 3 stacks sticky on him, and he's already at half health.
Yeah, it's a very, very bad lane matchup, and then it looks like what SG are going to play top seems to be Lycan Disruptor against Elder Titan Slark. I think ET Slark are pretty happy there. As Kyle's pointing out, Thunderstrike can be decent against the Elder Titan, but I don't think it cuts it, especially not level 1. So we'll see how it goes. This is a good start bottom lane at the very least for SG. They force out the Sandstorm in the side and bully away Schofield here as well. Starting with Brown Boots on the puck.
I mean, if you thought Schofield was hard to catch last game, he's going to be even trickier to catch this time around. The other thing, which will be kind of interesting to watch, is in the past, Beast Coast, you know, a lot of the times they prefer to... I was going to try to get this courier. Oh, and he escapes. The fact that they usually make a lot of space for Ector to farm, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, you have a Slark, who is going to be very active early, and it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt their play to this.
I think you probably still take it. Slark to me is not a very active carry in the, how to say, in the gyro sense. I think you, at least in the past now, the gyro's played more with max flak cannon, just farming jungle stacks. Maybe that's not the best example, but think back to gyro 2 or 3 years ago. It was like get level 6, level 7, start roaming the map as carry, kill heroes, and then farm. I think Slark needs to hit at least one primary item first before he really wants to get involved, because the hero is just not strong. Like it doesn't do very much until it itemizes. So I'm looking for either Echo Saber or Mage Slayer probably here to be complete one of the two, maybe even both, and then get to fighting. So I still think you're going to see them play their traditional style of just giving Hector space.
It's already making a pounce move over onto Theolacore, but not quite enough damage just yet. So just going to give him a little fright, like we said, as the Wolves are hunting themselves down. I think it's called a throw.
Yep. The good old EG Courier throw.
But they do get themselves a little snack, and they're really just playing super aggressive over here. Right up against the tower. You can see that they're trying to just get these punches in. Whisper in the bottom lane is getting bullied just a little bit. It's expected early on here. And, you know, Pango's a nice, strong hero that's going to be able to really bully and poke away. So, making that space for Costable, who's currently in the top of CS.
Yeah, it's an easy gyro lane like this. Puck Zenking do have some decent magic damage. They might be able to find a kill on the Pango. The problem for these two heroes against gyro in particular is you need to come in close to look for kills, right? Zenking has to stun into melee range. That means if you don't have the burst against gyro, he's just going to turn around and fight back. And if his support offers any type of slow or burst damage, even a stun, the traits can very quickly turn against you. Honestly, Adriano is doing better mid than I thought he would. He found the Purge creep, which is very fortunate. That is the creep against Bat. If he didn't find this one, he would be, in my opinion, just run over. So good news for him that he found that. It is still a very expensive spell to use. It's 120 mana per cost. You also want to use Devour off cooldown, which is also expensive, so might have to compensate by buying some mangoes, but anything is better than getting run into the ground, right?
Oh, for sure.
The end result here, if he has to buy even 5 mangoes in lane to just keep casting Purge, will be better than if he had found another creep and was just dying twice to Bat, which is honestly a very likely outcome. So he's going to be feeling good about finding that Purge creep.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds that he'd be able to just run into this creep right off the bat?
I don't know if he got it first camp or if he got it second camp. He might have got it minute 2. I didn't see when exactly he got his hands on it, but it is absolutely crucial that he finds this creep.
And it looks like Beast Coast, they are just taking a little time. They're having a bit of packet loss. They are playing, of course, from North America. So they are not on boot camp here in Europe, but they've got their own thing going. And yeah, you can see the throw, just this wolf. It's trying. It's like a wildlife documentary.
Yeah, it really is.
Avert your eye, Synderen.
And the throw is owned by a fish. Oh, I love the slow-mo sound. It's so good. Was it yesterday or the day before that we had a sped-up Queen ult?
Oh, yeah, it sounded very musical.
That sounded really cool,
It almost sounded like Naga Siren singing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not Naga, but sounded nice.
All right, one more time. Now, make the kill quick this time. That was normal speed.
That was normal. Oh no. They've had enough of us, Cinder. They won't do it anymore for us. It's okay, we'll get all these instead. They throw out all the voice lines. They're waiting for Ektor to reconnect. But yeah, no, it's very fortunate for ADR to find that purge creep. And it gives him a better chance here, because he's an excellent player. I mean, that's one thing that we have to say is that SG, these are a lot of veterans.
Absolutely.
They have played for quite a while. It's like a dream come true for the Brazilian fans to see them make it all the way here to getting to play in the international.
Yeah, and it's this year, it's 3 SA teams at TI for the first time ever, right? Mm-hmm. It was 2 last year. And I think every year until that, it was only... Has there been a second year that there were 2 SA representatives? I don't know. Most years had either... Like, the first few years of TI, I think, had 0. And then they had 1. And then they had 2. And this year is the first time they bring 3. So...
It's a big deal. I actually have a shirt to commemorate the memes and whatnot. It's the... Thank you to Arturito. I've got the little dog and everything. It's great. Limited edition shirt. I'm very proud, hoping that we'll be able to walk around at TI and I can show off my cool shirt in the audience. But we are ready to go back again. But like you said, he's struggling with the mana here over on this dude.
I don't like the purge he cast there. He had 3 stacks of napalm on him and Bat was not aggressing. I think you need to be a little bit more cautious with just throwing away mana like that. You've actually opened yourself up to being dove there. If he had a little bit more in the tank on Bat, he could have found a potential kill. But not quite. See there, close stuff, but yeah, he didn't have the mana to purge off the sticky napalm that time. Used Scorched Earth. Little happy rocket going on Whisper.
That's a good way to put it. Oh, again, the second time.
Oh, that is a good one to kill. That has a net worth of over 1,000 gold on it. Oh, well, what do you know?
Jungle's career was right around there because they put a cheeky ward up over on the eye spot. That is value right there.
That is crazy value. It hurts the gyro quite a bit. Sure, he's still going to be able to find farm, so maybe you might think it's not the end of the world, but just the overall ramp-up speed, if he starts to look to farm side camps here or just overall ensuring his CS, they can start playing with some more confidence because they know there's so much dead gold on the map. Like, Whisper's effective net worth now is higher than Costa Viles is, so gotta be a bit careful. Big stacks over here, Stinger eyeing them out. He's going to hit really hard when he runs through all of this. If he also runs through the Disruptor. I don't think he did, though. Not so scary. Needs the hero procs.
It's a big sturdy lad, though, here in this lane. Schofield needs to be careful, but again, like we said, this is Schofield. This is a slippery hero as well. It will be pretty difficult. But the glimpse back play over onto Stinger, looking for the stomp. Manages to land it. They needed just a little bit more damage. 17 hit points. He'll turn right back around. Ektor, he wants this kill. He's going to get it, and he is going to pay for this with his life. But at that point, he's sitting so low. Is that worth it? Just coming back with fresh health, fresh...
Yeah, it's probably worth it. Like, you could argue there's slightly more experience going the way of the Radiant. I don't know how many of these CS he would have been able to get in the tower, but... No, you know what? I take it back. It's a loss.
Okay.
It's not too much. I'm just looking at, okay, how many creeps are you going to miss, right, that you would have got otherwise? So yeah, probably a slight loss. And speaking of that in general, SG are doing a great job in the lanes. They're just they're winning the lanes. Mid is pretty even, obviously, which is a great result for Doom, courtesy of the Purge creep. And then bottom lane they're doing very well, and top lane they're also, Lycan is staying ahead of the Slark. 14 denies, noteworthy here on the Lycan against Slark, delaying that level 6 quite a bit.
Schofield.
I feel like Core's in trouble here if Bad Rider can be bothered.
He's thinking about it. No, he's just going to back off.
Would have taken too long. So we're going to see the replay here. So ET just barely getting the stomp off, and this attack from Disruptor coming in here, it brings him to like 2 HP, out 13, that's about 2. And now great Fairy Fire from Theolic Core. The Spirit does connect, and it was actually necessary for that kill. He needed to connect the Spirit to get him in last hit range. Yeah, I guess something we didn't factor in when we were talking about is this worth it or not, is he did get 1 permanent agility, which is nice, obviously, from the kill. But yeah, maybe it's okay.
I mean, ideally, he just doesn't want to die, but at that point, I just wasn't sure here, as Stinger is bottom. Trying to put some pressure, we'll jump over onto Theolic Core. They've got the silence, and that's a dead Disruptor. Stinger running away. King Jungle's hoping that he can get enough damage. He's taking so much damage from the tower. He's got the Fairy Fire. He's not going to be able to quite find the kill. As Stinger will survive yet again on very low HP, has the Tranquil Boots, so he'll be back up and running in no time.
Enormous stacks here. Bat is going to get so much gold from this. He's got a quad stack hard camp and a is that also quad or is that triple? I think that one is triple. I don't even know if you can quad the small camp without some of the cute heroes with like repositioning spells like Coddle Blinding Light or something like that. But well, he has 63 CS now.
That was a huge cash influx there.
He's got Boots of Travel coming out. Gonna head back to base and then travel out to lane. Could maybe look to... I would like to see him kill Lycan, actually, if he can. Finding a kill on Lycan here would be very impactful. Activating the Slark in his own safe lane. Seeing as Tavo doesn't even have mana for ult, this would actually be a great opportunity. He has mana for ult now. Too slow. He should have been there 5 seconds ago. I thought he had a little bit less. Never mind. That is not possible.
That was unimpressed dad voice right there.
No, there's no way. Interesting path. Don't really very often at 8, but you know, whatever works.
Nope. Make the space and make a safe retreat. Maybe waste some time as well, but and he's poking, trying to get any information. Chris. Be able to take out the support.
Alright, so they get the penguin.
Just East Coast is making their own new pathway.
That phase again.
Yang tadi.
I can never remember. Didn't you? And then you did and didn't? I actually can't remember. I'm assuming this was not like some sort of surprise change. This is a very... Over here.
Click, 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 getting all those instant shifts, and Schofield making sure that they still have the vision. King Jungle's joining.
Get into the trees there with about 75 health, and now he's out healing the Doom with the passive of Shadow Dance, so very easily able to get away there. So yeah.
Well, we do have the zoo beginning here in the top lane as they're putting some pressure on the tower, but Vector should be able to farm up these creeps very easy if you're not careful, so we'll run them away.
Gotta point out as well, you gotta be a little bit worried for SG. You're 2k gold behind with Doom in your team, minute 10. That is a lot. It's a Doom who even went Midas, so he's doing everything he can to play the economy game, and you're still losing the economy game quite severely. Beast Coast taking a commanding lead here, and the thing about their lineup is how well it snowballs from this kind of position in the game. You have the Slark as your carry, who can very easily start ramping up. Ooh. And all of your other heroes are insane stun team fighters. Skirmishers, the whole package.
Whisper with the epicenter burrow strike. That's a dead Tavo, and a second ago their tower is being pushed by the zoo, and now they have a Cardi wave over on the side of Beast Coast, so they're going to put pressure on the T1 of SG.
This is really good stuff. They're going to...
the Dream Coil. Whisper following up the burrow. This is not looking great for the Disruptor. He's leashed. up, and they'll let Whisper get the kill.
Look how quick what they did was, right? They smoke up, they find a key kill on the Lycan, they know they have Siege Creep wave, they let Slark take care of that wave, they immediately cross down, find Disruptor, and now they're on to their next play. It's just
Oh, and the
play after
sleep
play.
armor on the Doom, too. They can't do anything about it. They line them up perfectly, even with the Earth Splitter after the Burrow Strike. Like, just punch down by Stinger. They already take out 40R. Tabo joining into the fight now, but he is very much alone.
Anjir.
They're getting rolled.
Supir bodoh.
There's not much else to say. Okay, could have also said that.
Kesal.
SG need to take. This is the hard ask, right? You kind of have to start the fights, but neither of your supports have ultis. You're 12 minutes in. You can't really play like this. They have to find their level 6s so they can take initiative, because as we've talked about, their lineup excels at this, at chasing. But
This is not looking super great for Schofield, as he's going to be caged up. And the Venn diagram of death will eventually